leaving, Shawn. I'm never coming back. What's up, everybody? I'm Richard.
And I'm Shawn.
And we're speaking the language of bromance. And
well, Richard,
Shawn was trying to make me sad, but he didn't. And so I made him sad in return because that's what bros do. They fill each other with misery and
love. It's kind of a bro thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you don't fill me with love.
I hate you. Come here. I hate you. Come here.
Well, you're talking about moving west and traveling all the way to where they had some earthquakes. Now, I was saying you shouldn't go, and you're like, earthquakes aren't that big of a deal. But, Richard, you know what is a big deal?
I think I said the word schmirthquakes.
Yeah.
Because that's a word.
Smurthquake, birthquake. You know what's going to be birth? Godzilla. And I want to be on the front lines for that.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
But no, Richard, what's scary? Earthquakes, you said, well, I'm not scared of those. Typhoons, you're like, I can swim. But you know what you can't fight? A mythical creature. And you know what mythical creature we're going to talk about today?
Dragons?
Bigfoot. No.
Oh.
Those aren't mythical. Well, I mean like D&D mythical. But I'm talking like real mythical.
Oh.
Although dragons, they've been like discussed in like all different societies and civilizations, so there's got to be something.
Do you believe that dragons existed at one point?
You know what? You could tell me anything that existed at one point, and I'd believe it.
Yeah. If I'm like, hey, unicorns, totes my goats real.
Yeah, I mean horses with horns,
right?
I'd believe it. What's like?
That's not really a big logical leap to make. Be like, it's a horse with a horn on the front.
I mean, could they fly? That's probably the part that's made up.
Well, but that's not a unicorn. That's Pegasus. Totally different.
Well, don't unicorns fly on their fairy dust?
No. See, now
pixies?
you're just being silly.
Fairies aren't real. Although if they were, I'd want
fairies are totally real.
You think fairies are real?
I'm saying that unicorns flying on fairy dust. That's where you lose me. That's where you're coming. Yeah, that's where you're coming at me sideways.
Well, Richard, we've got a little bit of our government, the United States government, the FBI branch specifically, who in the 70s had a pretty extensive research on the one they call Bigfoot. And they just
the FBI researched Bigfoot?
Yeah, and apparently there's this website. It's the FBI's website. It's FBI Vault. I didn't know this thing existed. It's vault.fbi.gov, where you can go and see documentation from all their different things.
Are you sure you're supposed to see it?
Well, I had to type in some passwords, and I typed in H. Clinton and typed in.
I can't do it. I'm not going to get on a government server. I'm not going to put this computer in that kind of jeopardy.
Even a .gov, because it's public. That's not I'm not like a backdoor. I mean, they got Twitter and Facebook links on here. They're telling me to share.
Yeah, but you're saying, it's a like, why would I put this computer on a .gov address? Like, put it on their radar. And why are you doing it?
Well,
how reckless?
I mean, honestly,
they have your IP address now, Shawn.
They're like, obviously he's looking at Bigfoot. Yep, unicorn porn. I would have expected it. Oh, that guy, that dumbass. They can't fly with fairy dust.
Yeah.
They fly with wings. No, Rod. And that's a Pegasus. Yeah. Fuck you,
So
Tim.
then when you get a random text at 2 a.m. that says unicorns don't fly on fairy dust, but I bet you do, then you, sir, are going to know what's up. You're going to be like, oh, shouldn't have logged on to that .gov address. Should have done it from
Richard, I'm going to video it and send it to you. And you post that when I disappear.
Yep. Should have been on a unregistered laptop.
Well, it's a Mac. I mean, it's basically unregistered.
Yeah.
Government's all Windows. I think my Mac will protect me. I mean, are you trying to tell me
Apple does nothing nefarious?
Okay, tinfoil hat man. Are you trying to tell me that my iPhone that has a front-facing camera hasn't been taking pictures of me while I'm doing my dirty business in front of it and sending it to my local FBI agent? Yeah, case solved and dismissed. Because
And then
They're not.
under the unicorns aren't real text. There's going to be another text that says, "And please stop masturbating at 2 a.m. with the phone facing you, sir."
Do you think that like would you want to see your FBI file? Because there's like one out there for you. Like it may not be like
I would
looked
love
at.
to.
That would be.
I would love
interesting
to.
and scary.
I would love to see my FBI file.
Like, what was I doing this day? Oh, masturbating. What was I doing this day? Oh, masturbating. Hey, what was I doing this day? Why am I masturbating?
I'm not going to visit a .gov address on my computer, and I'm not going to send my DNA off to like 23andMe or that stuff. Not going to do it.
And that's the one where everybody's like, "Oh, that's not real." Well, they caught that serial killer, which I'm like, "Yay, that's good." Closure. But then like some government agency bought like part of 23andMe. And it's like, yep, they got your DNA now. It's also the thing too, like when you watch when everybody's like, "Oh, it's the 5-year challenge where you post a picture from now and 5 years ago and 10 years ago." You know why? Facial recognition.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I know what's up.
Know.
Sean knows what's up. Question is, does our audience know what's up?
Yeah.
Stop posting pictures of yourselves and don't send your DNA to 23andMe.
Welcome to Language of Wokemans.
Yeah.
Well, Richard, we're going to get
Stay woke. Yeah, you're going to get woke on Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. So Yahoo released this is a while back, but so the FBI Vault is it's a fascinating corner of the internet. The way they talk about it here is, it's basically a way to waste time. I kind of like just jumped on it, like I said, and there's a lot of stuff on here. Like there's, Black September, Bonus March. This is just the bees. Carlos Bolosan. Like I feel like we got lots of episodes in here because I'm gonna find these people who are weird and don't know who they are. Cesar Chavez. Wait,
I know who Cesar Chavez is.
Why is Richard on here? Why are you on here?
Oh, it's probably about that incident with the unicorns. It's probably about what we were just talking about.
Oh, shoot. Let me see if there's a unicorn one real quick.
He just said that he's not sending information to 23andMe. Looks like we'll have to drug him and take a cheek swab like we were planning.
Nope, they got UFOs, and that's it. Bogus. I want unicorns. But basically,
don't we all?
What they do here is they don't release these files typically until a person dies. That's just kind of their MO. So what this
Are they
means,
saying that
Richard,
Bigfoot's dead?
Yeah. Either A, Bigfoot is dead, or B, Bigfoot was real. And the answer is probably. So the mythical creature known as Bigfoot, or if you prefer, Richard, Sasquatch, Yowie, Skunk Ape, the Yala, Yeti, the Yeti.
Indian monkey
favorite?
monster.
What's the one in Georgia? Is that the skunk ape or Florida? I think that's the skunk ape because it stinks. And like we talked about the Bigfoot War of like 1492, and that was a battle too. Like they came out, a bunch of Bigfoots, they stunk.
And then Christopher Columbus was like, "Back to your holes," but in Spanish.
But people swear they've been seeing him for centuries, usually in the woods of North America and often in the Pacific Northwest, which is really close to California. And the part hairy ape, part hairy animal, part hairy bear thing has inspired lots of stuff. And that's where this file's basically been generated. I found another article, which was really interesting too. So back in the 70s, I guess the man that really pushed for this, he wanted to prove that the existence of this creature. So he convinced agencies to test samples. And Richard, what it turned out to be was deer hair, right? And this article.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't know. I didn't know this whole story. So the guy brought samples and he's like, "This is totally Bigfoot." And then he brings them and then they test them and then they're like, "This is deer hair." And then the dude was probably like, "Bigfoot's made out of deer hair?"
Holy shit, he kills deer and wears them. This is great writing from NBC News, though. They say that it turned out to be deer hair. The very first line of the actual article is Yeti persisted.
Oh, that's clever. That's clever.
So this one goes in a little bit more detail about what was in here than the Yahoo article. But so an Oregon man intent on proving the existence of the mythical creature known as Bigfoot, Sasquatch, the abominable snowman Yeti, in 1976 managed to get the FBI to test hair and tissue samples he believed might help his case. So the FBI has analyzed hair in connection with the search for Sasquatch, aka Bigfoot. That's one of the memos in this document says. On Wednesday, the same man who spurred the analysis, 93-year-old Peter Byrne, told CNBC that he still hasn't given up hope of proving that Bigfoot is real, if exceedingly rare creature.
You know, okay, can we just stop for a moment? And can we give like a shout out or like, you know, like a round of applause for the fact that the FBI actually is like, yeah, let's find out if there's a Bigfoot. Because, like, you always see in movies, like, the dude shows up and he's like, listen, there's fucking aliens everywhere. Or somebody's going to steal the Declaration of Independence or wherever the fuck. And then the FBI is like, get the fuck out of here, you goddamn crazy son of a bitch. But in actual real
Nicolas
life.
Cage, go back to Hollywood.
Yeah. In real life, in the world that you and I live in, that somebody showed up and was like, I've got Bigfoot samples, and the FBI, a government agency, took their time away from, you know, chasing down international criminals or jewel thieves or counterfeiters or human sex traffickers. Yeah. And they were like, you know what? Let's find out if there's a Bigfoot.
What I like, Richard, is I feel like this is your taxpayer money at work. And there's probably 2 dudes, maybe 4, maybe 6, that their gig.
I'd be totally fine if those were my tax dollars at work.
I would love
if somebody walked up, if my elected representative approached me and said, listen, you paid, you know, $4,000 in income tax this year. We just want you to know that $4,000 went to the FBI so that way they could test these things to find out if there's an actual Bigfoot. And then I'd be like, I love my government.
Well, it'd be more like, so 10 cents of that 4,000 went to this. And you'd be like, worth it. That would be kind of cool to break it down that way. Like, I want $20 of my income tax to go to search if unicorns can fly via fairy dust. That's a total
oh my God. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, what if we got to choose? Because that's what I'd totally choose. I'd be like, let's find out about Bigfoot. That's where I want my tax dollars to go.
And our FBI agent, Richard, that's watching us via our live cams right now is like, and that's exactly why we don't let you fuckers choose.
When I was younger, when I was like a teenager, I always said that, like, I always assumed that my tax dollars, I mean, because I did work, so I did actually pay an income tax. So I always figured that my tax money went to go like buy tanks and missiles and stuff. And so I always wished that like there was a missile with my name on it, like they would write my name on it. So that way I knew that one was mine. Like I bought that missile.
So what they do with every missile, they just start like picking random names out of who've put tax money in. And they write a name on it. So like it's this big giant missile with nothing but names written all over it. What happens, Richard, is that missile gets tested in the northeastern woods and it lands and it doesn't break. It lands through like a Bigfoot's home and kills like his family. It doesn't explode. So that Bigfoot's
oh my God. And then he reads all the names.
Yeah.
He reads all the names, and then that's like his list. It's like his John Wick list. And he's like, I'm going to kill every one of these motherfuckers.
Richard, you're next on my list. Did you imagine?
Sounds like a typical bastard.
Knocks on your door. Are you? Picks up the missile. Richard. Yes? What are you doing with that missile?
Are you Bigfoot? That's my missile. What are you doing with my missile? Give it back. I paid good money for that.
I paid like 75 cents of my money for that.
Yeah.
Like, here, take it. Thunk. Ow, my legs.
Ow.
No, I'm going to put
it towards healthcare. Now my leg's broken.
Now I'm going to bite your head off. Here, smile for my FBI agent on my phone. Click. They're real.
This is a horrible use of my tax dollars.
This is how
Bigfoot broke my leg. Thanks, Obama.
But what's interesting, too, just looking at this, like you can see the printout, like the number of pages. It's only a 22-page document. So again, and most of it is like news articles. So in looking at this feels like okay, Richard and Shawn, 1970. We're the supernatural division of the FBI, like X-Files. They're like, no, you're D-Files for dumb. That's rude. Can we be
rude?
Can we be bro-files? That's what we do for the next 10 years is try to get changed to bro-files. Like, that sounds gay. You're like, that's rude. Like, well, this is the 70s. You're like, oh, 70s suck.
Fam. I mean, you don't need to be so damn hurtful.
Yeah, don't be homophobic. You sound like the women. Wow.
You're the women.
Richard, why do you time travel to the 70s? I'm being sexually harassed. I don't like it.
And I'm a 23andMe. That way he's that way he's in the system.
And then when you do it, you're like, I'm related to Bigfoot. Oh, and then when he comes to kill you, like, I did like a hairy man. But I feel like it's 22 pages. Most of it's news articles. So I feel like these are guys that, they're like, all right, you got 6 weeks. 6 weeks shows up like, we need an extension for a week. We're almost done. Trust us. You got the 100-page document? Yeah, about that. We got 22 pages.
My typewriter broke. Why are you using a typewriter? This is 2019. Click, clack. I like the sound. Click, clack, click, clack, click, clack. Bing!
Oh, misspelled 4 again. What do you mean you misspelled 4? Well, there's lots of ways to spell it, Commissioner. I'm not a commissioner. Leave me alone, hot tits. I got a deadline to meet.
Yeah.
Do you think you're like, are you writing a
Where's
news
my
article?
fedora?
They don't make that sound. What?
Are
we paying these guys? No, they just show up.
See, now I'm picturing you like wearing a fedora and like one of those like kind of trench coaty jackets with a cigarette hanging out of your mouth, but then you keep coughing because you don't smoke.
Like, sir, this is non-smoking.
I'm a big boy.
Give me a cup of Joe. And they come with a cup of coffee. I drink it. This isn't hot chocolate.
No marshmallows. Not for me. Thank you. Click, clack, click, clack, click, clack.
Listen, Shawn, this is the lobby. And I know we can't legally kick you out because it's public like land because of, the government. But can you please leave now?
This whole thing got off the rails.
Hey,
we were just trying to learn about Bigfoot.
Yeah, can you listen? I'll leave. You tell me, is Bigfoot real? Bigfoot fucking real? You tell me, Commissioner. I'm not the commissioner.
Commissioner of what?
What do you even do here?
What do you do here?
Sir, this is a Burger King. You say Burger King. I say FBI.
My office.
So the first page on this is basically, these are kind of like letters. They're not even emails because emails didn't exist back then.
Right.
But dear Mr. Bynes, I have received your letter of November 24th requesting an FBI laboratory analysis of 15 unidentified hair and tissues. The FBI laboratory conducts examinations primarily of physical evidence for law enforcement agencies in connection with criminal investigations.
Yeah.
Occasionally, on a case-by-case basis, in the interest of research and scientific inquiry, we make exceptions to this general policy. With the understanding you will examine the hairs and tissues mentioned in your letter. They should be submitted to the FBI Laboratory Scientific Analysis Section, J. Edgar Hoover Building, Washington, D.C., 2035. Attention, Special Agent, classified. In your reply, please include available background information concerning the source of the specimen. So this is the Assistant Director, FBI of Scientific and Technological Services Division. So this is, he basically said, holy shit. Well, this is, I think, the main guy. Yeah, Peter Burns.
So, he's just saying like, hey, usually we do, police work because that's what we're supposed to do. But sometimes we do other stuff because we get bored. And so, hey, Bigfoot, why not?
So that was December
that's the
15th.
TLDR on that.
Oh, so the original letter, they don't have this in order. Richard, okay. First point. You think the government could put this at least in the order that it happened, in chronological order. It's not. And that's bullshit. My taxpayer money should put this in chronological order. But the more
and then put your name on it.
Yeah, this is my paper. So Peter Byrne, the guy we talked about a little bit earlier, who was the one trying to get all this started, Richard, he's the director of the BIC. That sounds super important, right? Yeah.
The lighter company, right? Don't they make pens? BIC? Yeah, huh? They make pens.
Big pens.
Oh my God. Are they trying to teach Bigfoot how to read and write?
Wait a second, Richard.
What if he's like, they want to make him like the spokesman of Bic? And then he's like, here, use this pen. And then Bigfoot's
I think it's darker than that, Richard.
And then he starts like writing out checks. And then they hand him a lighter. And then they're like, here, try this. And then he lights stuff. And he's like, and then he learns how to smoke. And then that's how he died. He got lung cancer. Oh my God, Shawn. The Marlboro. Joe Camel is Bigfoot. That's why you don't see him anymore, because they gave him cigarettes back in the 70s and he's dead now.
We killed another species, Richard.
We did this. We did this to ourselves.
Because it was government issued Bic lighter and our names are on it because we got chosen randomly for it.
I knew it.
Richard, we don't deserve Mother Earth. That's what I'm saying.
This is the conspiracy here, because now the FBI is trying to cover it up.
All right, Richard, you and I,
posting everything online.
We're holding signs in front of the White House. BIC killed Bigfoot.
Yeah. BIC causes RIP. Bigfoot. He's going to be like, he's the Harambe of 2019, even though he died like 20 years ago.
Well, I mean, if we put this out right, what was the big Como 20-something? Was that like a drug lord or something like that? That was like the huge internet sensation for a bit? Kono? Conan?
No. What?
I remember that was a thing. I remember watching that and being super confused because like people who like I knew didn't know anything about like politics were posting that, be like, this is a travesty. Like, this does sound bad. Whatever happened with that? Like, wasn't he already dead or like
who, the drug guy?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I don't know.
I remember that was like the big, like one of the big first social media.
I don't know. I stopped caring. I stopped caring about that. I read the headline and I was like, oh, and then I moved on with my life.
Well, I mean, honestly, we're fighting the good fights, like, you know, bringing out the fact that Bic lighters killed Bigfoot, because that's honestly what matters.
Yeah. Because we taught him how to use them, and so obviously he started smoking, and then corporate greed once again.
Didn't care. Push it. Yeah. Let's put him on the face of the cigarettes. Kids like hairy animals. And he died before it got big, so like we'll turn him into a camel.
Yep. And now they mock him. They mock his image by trying to sell what, Shawn? Beef jerky.
Beef jerky, yeah. And they make him out to be a big stupid head. They're like, oh, look at him. He's stupid because he ate, you know,
he
tobacco.
learned to read and he learned to write with big pens all on his own.
Yeah. You know, he came to this country first, Richard, and settled it. And then the pilgrims came and tried to put their religion on him. And he's like, no, I'm one with earth. Like, here, smoke this peace pipe. And he got addicted to heroin, Richard.
Yep. And then they tried to give him herpes.
Yeah.
But it didn't take.
Yeah, because they got pretty strong immune
Bigfoot ate the pilgrims. That's why they never went back. That's why they never went back to England. Because they came across the water and then they met Bigfoot and then Bigfoot killed them all. That's what happened at Roanoke. Everybody at Roanoke, the lost colony at Roanoke, they were all killed by Bigfoot because they tried to push Bigfoot out of his territory.
There was like a Jamestown that was like that too, right? I thought it was Jamestown.
No, it was Roanoke.
But wasn't there another one where like they just nobody was there, like everything was left?
Oh, I don't know.
I swore it was like a Jamestown type thing.
Maybe.
Either way, Richard, I think we just started our first episode of Bore right here. We've talked about doing that for a long time, and I think we discovered it. I'm Boring Minky, and this is Boar.
This is Boar. And then the Bigfoot ate the colonists. And he wrote a note. The note was never seen by human eyes.
Because the Big Pen was not invented yet. But no, Richard, BIC stands for Bigfoot Information Center and Exhibition. And Peter Burns, the guy we talked about.
They want to watch him have sex?
Apparently. Maybe that's what it was, Richard. It wasn't just like a hair from his head. It was a Bigfoot pube. Peter Bine walked around and he caught Mrs. Bigfoot.
He takes a pen and he throws it at somebody who's like, draw me like one of your French girls.
Draw me like one of the Pilgrim women.
Yeah.
But no, Peter was walking around and he caught the time of month where, Mrs. Bigfoot was like, all right, it's our anniversary. I'll do this. Nom, 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 nom. But, they're hairy. So she's like, I got my tongue. There's nothing sexier than when that happens. And she threw it out. And Peter, being the sicko he is, walks up and is like, oh, yeah, that's going to my laboratory. And as he's walking home, Richard, what happens?
And then Bigfoot's opening the curtains and he's like, no, let them watch. Because he's an exhibitionist.
And he looks at the missile in his room. He's like, oh, God, Peter Burns on here. Wait, Peter, I'm going to do this to you. No, but what happens is he takes it home and the FBI agent sees him on his webcam. He's like, what is that? Is that a pubic hair?
It's mine.
Can you research this? I think it's Bigfoot
Sometimes
hair.
I like to hold it.
So the letter that Peter sent in says, Dear Mr. Cochran, which is the FBI director, I thank you for your letter of September 10th, 1976. I am writing again to ask if you could possibly arrange for comparative analysis of some hairs that we have here, which we are unable to identify. We may know something of a program in which we, through the part sponsorship of Undetermined Academy, are engaged. Should you not, I'm enclosing an article which will partially explain what it is that we are trying to do. Briefly, we do not often come across hair which we are unable to identify, and the hair that we have now, about 15 hairs attached to a tiny piece of skin, is the first that we have obtained in 6 years, which we feel may be of importance.
Okay.
So honestly, if they found this and they're like, dude, listen, Pete, can I call you Pete? I feel like we're kind of on a first name basis now. And he's like, oh, sure. Jay?
All right, Petey, let's not.
No, Director Cochran for me, please. I'll call you Pete. I'm Director Cochran.
We need to maintain some decorum here.
I don't mean to sound kind of like a dick, but I really feel like any accreditation that you guys have as BIC. First off, can you get better initials? Because you're the Bigfoot Information Center and Exhibit. Shouldn't you be like Bicky or BICE? Second, there's already a big company out there. Don't you feel like there's some branding issues here? So again, back to my initial statement. Your accreditation. Yeah, you've sent us some hair. You said you cannot identify. Is that right, Pete? This is deer hair. If you can't identify deer hair, being from the northwest, where there's deer all over the place, you might want to look into a different business.
Yeah, because I don't know if you know this.
Isn't good.
But deer are not Bigfoot.
Blasphemy. So let's see. So the August 26th letter that he sent. So again, we're kind of going from the end to the beginning. This institute conducts research, and this is just kind of sent to the FBI in general. So this is kind of like a blind send. This is like if we go to FBI at gov.com and send an email being like, hey, we found some pixie dust we think's from a unicorn. We want you to verify if these things can fly.
I wonder if that would work. If we just typed in a random name, let's do this. Let's type john.smith at fbi.gov and be like, we found Bigfoot hair.
Do you want to do that on your computer or mine?
Yours. I mean, you're already in for a penny, in for a pound, Shawn. I mean, you're already on the site.
John.Smith, John.Gray, John.Smitherson, John.
Dear concerned party, I am writing to you.
Citizen.
I found Bigfoot hair. It's wet. Don't ask me why. I'm pretty sure there was some goings on. Relations. And then you actually write down air quotes, air quote, relations, close air quote.
What you do too is then you draw like enclosed as a drawing of the reenactment as I saw it. It's like stick figures with hair.
With a big hairy fucking Bigfoot. Just drilling a lady, just railing a lady Bigfoot.
And then you just have like your mom, you write mom on it with like crossing it out. Like, I hate you, mom.
Yeah. And the lady Bigfoot's got like an O face. Like lady Bigfoot's got an O face and male Bigfoot's got like a big smile. But then like he has like an angry face and his arms are up in the air because there's another slide of like you grabbing a piece of hair.
It's a comic strip. Next one's you running. Next, he's got the missile. He's throwing it, and just the one name on it is Director Cochran. So, you know what's interesting too is this is from August 26, 1976. Do you think that? I wonder if because it's easier to send stuff, like you said, like you could probably figure out an email address to send it to. Do you think because of the ease to send this stuff now that people would do it less now, or would be taken less serious?
Yes.
I mean, this is like I feel like this is a guy that would have a YouTube channel now.
So you're saying that because like this guy like went through the effort to like package everything, write a long form letter, like get it all together, put it, you know, through the mail. You feel like that man should be taken more seriously than somebody that just like sends a random email. It's like, I have Bigfoot hair in my house.
Or, I mean, I always feel like I wonder if they had more time on their hands back then. Because, I mean, like, at 76, what are you going to watch on TV? What are you going to,
That's a good point.
You know?
Yeah, you got, like, All in the Family and and the news.
Yeah.
That's what you got. That's your life.
Jaws just came out,
MASH wasn't even around yet, so what do you got going on?
Out, right?
Was it? I don't remember.
Oh,
I hadn't watched it a lot.
Yeah, it came out in 72. Yeah, so you had MASH. That's it. This TV series was from 72 to 83.
36.
Oh, and that's the last page in that article too. Because what he says is it's just him holding the baby, and underneath it is the baby was a chicken. Oh man, that's when MASH got dark. We've said it numerous times, but all right.
I mean, everybody loved it though.
It was a good show. I actually did really like it.
I mean, series finale still most watched thing ever.
Yeah, I think that's not true. I think some of the Super Bowls have passed it.
Well, yeah, but then they were saying like it's hard to, because obviously, you know, back then there weren't as many televisions, so there were like, he said you know, I was listening to this interview where they were talking with Alan Alda, and he was saying that it's actually kind of hard to calculate because like they were having like a town hall with like a TV in it and people were gathering it like in smaller towns. Yeah.
Cause
so you got like, you know, Bowl, like
nobody watches in groups. That's right. Good.
Well, they didn't then. They're just saying it's hard to count.
I think Alan Alda. I love Alan Alda, but I think he's just kind of stuck in his ways. Do you know what I mean?
No. What do you mean?
Understand technology and Super Bowl watch parties.
Actually, he does. He's got a show. No, yeah. I don't know. There's a show he used to have where he talked about like the science of communication and.
I love Alan Alda. I've seen him. He doesn't do too much anymore, but MASH was again. I love MASH. I'm just like completely kidding on that. MASH was a really good show.
Yeah. I hadn't watched that much of it.
My mom used to go through these stints with, like, they'd have those syndication shows on like Sci-Fi or FX or whatever.
Yeah.
And there was a point where they just had MASH on repeat. It was like from 3 to 6. It was like just an episode after episode. And they would kind of play it in cycles.
Yeah.
And that's all we'd watch for like the whole week. And I'm pretty sure I've probably seen every episode. There might be one or two I haven't, but yeah, I always dug that show. But the first letter that Pete sent says, the Institute conducts research on and into the Bigfoot phenomenon of the Pacific Northwest of the USA. We have been in operation for nearly 6 years and are associated with the Academy of Applied Science of Boston, Massachusetts. Point number 1.
So they've been around since 1970, right? But they're saying that, like, so Bigfoot's in the Pacific Northwest, which is where they're at, but they're saying they're with the University of Boston, which is on the complete opposite side of the country.
What's interesting, though, in the letter after this, he says that he didn't want to say who he was associated with. Like, he said, we can't tell you that.
Probably because the university is like, don't you fucking say anything.
Yeah. It's like, you're fucking talking
Boston
to a
University
freshman.
was like, listen, we'll throw some money at you, but for God's sake, don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
It's like having like a cute, it's like having like a weird, like a cute girlfriend that's, like, hey, when we're out in public, can we not hold hands?
Yeah. That's my wife.
I mean, because that happens. Yeah, that's happened to me.
Yeah. You go to the bar. She's like, stop holding my hand. Here comes Chuck. You're like, who's Chuck?
Yeah.
Then
Boston University is like, hang on, here comes Harvard. And then Bigfoot people are like, who's Harvard?
Hey, you guys talking science over there? So from time to time, we have been informed that hair, supposedly of a Bigfoot, has been sent for examination to the FBI, has been examined by the FBI, and with the conclusion, as a report of the examination, that it was not possible to compare the hair with that of any known creature on this continent. Will you kindly, to set the record straight, once and for all, inform us if the FBI has examined hair which might be that of a Bigfoot when this took place, if it did not take place, what the result of the analysis were? So this dude's like just blind sending a letter to them, be like, hey, fuckers, have you researched this shit?
Yeah. Have you looked at this? I mean, really, have you looked at this? And then the FBI is like, well, I mean, no, we were kind of embarrassed to.
Yeah. I don't know if you know
But
this,
here
but
we
Russia's
are.
kind of a big deal right now.
Yeah.
There's this Cuba thing a few years back. But he like puts it on Front Street. He's like, listen here, government. This is like I said, this is a tinfoil hat guy. Please understand that our research here is serious. That this is a serious question that needs answering. That an examination of hair, or the opposite, by the FBI does not in any way, as far as we are concerned, suggest that the FBI is associated with our project or confirms in any way the possibility of the existence of the creature or creatures known as Bigfoot. Yours, very truly, Peter C. Byrne, Director, The Big. This time he put The Big. And the other one he did B.I.C. And I think what happened, Richard, is the Big Company was like, hey, listen, we killed Bigfoot. We don't want any association with this. We can't have any loose ends.
You want to end up like Bigfoot? No.
Good.
I was trying to figure out a way to throw an H in there so they'd be the bitch.
Yeah.
They'd be the Bigfoot Information Center and
Historical
housing exhibitionists.
We want to watch them fuck.
In living rooms.
Like, that's got to be on the internet, right? Like, if you look up Bigfoot porn, it's out there, right? Do you want to destroy your...
Has to be.
You destroy your search history for that. I'm already on the government's list. So, going back a little further, so this
Fair enough.
From September 10th. Wait, why did autocorrect, Richard? So, this comes back from Jay Cochran. So, he says, Dear Mr. Byrne, reference is made to your letter dated August 26, 1976, concerning the reported examination of the hairs by the FBI laboratory in connection with the Bigfoot phenomenon. Phenomenon. Since the publication of the Washington Environmental Atlas in 1975, which referred to such examinations, we have received several inquiries similar to yours. However, we have been unable to locate any references to such examinations in your files.
Okay, so do you want a fucking Bigfoot or do you want a female Bigfoot?
Oh, God. It's out there?
Oh, Shawn, it's the internet and it's porn. Of course it's out there.
I don't know what I'd want to see.
I don't know either. I'm just telling you.
It's like Russian roulette. Even if you win, you lose.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently there's a video called Hot Nerd Gets Fucked by Bigfoot for 10 minutes.
Oh, man. Like, so Richard,
Great. Now I'm into this now. Thanks, Shawn. I guess this is my life. Thank God I incognitoed this.
Did you? Did you really? Well, yeah, but I bookmarked it. Like what? Like you think about that. Like what would be the worst thing for your wife to walk in on? Like you just doing that, or you doing that to Bigfoot porn?
Right. And then there's babe, why are you in the kitchen? Is that a Bigfoot with a 8-inch dick?
Wait, is that a nerd?
It says hot nerd, but they don't look very attractive.
They didn't specify. He said getting effed by, and I thought, it was going to be a female, but it wasn't. But I was like, you know what? This is how nature works. That's how they assert their dominance.
Why did you make me do this? I did this to myself.
Why are you continuing to watch it? That's what I want to know.
I'm not watching it. I was just looking at what's available. I'm not watching porn while I have you in front of me.
God, Shawn, I'm queuing it up. What the hell?
I'm just saying, let's wrap the show up. That's all I'm saying.
Click. Holy shit, they have Loch Ness monster porn too.
Oh my God, I wonder if they do. Stop
Their
it.
Dick's as long as their neck. Oh man. Well,
I mean, I'd put unicorns in there, but I think we both know where that would go.
Amazing places. There's less of that than you'd think. You'd think there'd be a lot of unicorn porn.
It's true.
Let's see. So going back to the new NBC News. So basically, they're just kind of letters back and forth, but kind of going through some of the information. So the page says his first opportunity to go looking for the Yeti occurred in 1946 when he was still in the British Royal Air Force in Bombay, India. The photo on the page shows him with the famous Yeti scalp. Another photo shows him with the Bigfoot footprints. Burns said that in the past 50 years, he had found 2 or 3 sets of possible Yeti footprints with 5 toes on each foot. So he's kind of gone all over. That's the other thing that blows my mind with these researchers. Like, this dude was in the Himalayas, like, searching for Bigfoot. Like, how do you get funding for that? You know what I mean?
That's a good point. Like, unless obviously if it's your money, it's your money. But like, how do you approach somebody and it's like, hey, I want to go find Bigfoot. Like, give me money and I'll go find Bigfoot. And also, who is saying yes to this? Because I need to talk to these people and be like, listen.
So after moving to the U.S. In the 60s, Byron went on to direct the Bigfoot Information Center and Exhibition in Oregon. With the backing of what he said were wealthy men, he tried to find conclusive evidence of Bigfoot, also known as Sasquatch in America's Pacific Northwest. So some rich dudes were like, hey, I've had sex with lots of things and conquered most. What I haven't been able to conquer is a Bigfoot. Find me one so I can fuck it.
Also, let's hope that it's an exhibitionist, I'm just saying, because I want to show off.
Well, it'd be tough to find a female Bigfoot, but I'm sure I don't care what it is. Have you seen Bigfoot rails a nerd? I'm all into that. So I was in it full time 7 days a week, Burns said of his early Bigfoot hunts, which last were funded in the 90s. He says, right now I'm still active. We have motion sensitive cameras out in the mountains. But he says now it's more of a hobby for him. Let's see, what else does he say? When told about the FBI documents showing his correspondence with the agency in the 70s, asking about his hair, he chuckled. He says, "I don't remember this." Oh, so he's saying, Richard, that this is like a smear campaign.
Yeah.
He's like, you want to see that hair? I've got that Bigfoot pube hair still.
I keep it on my bed. And sometimes I look at it.
Because there's a myth that if you keep it under your pillow, the pube fairy will come and give you a unicorn.
Covered in fairy dust.
He says it's out of my memory, while noting that he does recall asking the FBI in the 70s about an incident at a campground in Washington State where a Bigfoot was suspected. However, FBI records disclosed by the agency on its public document show that in the 76, Byron repeatedly wrote the FBI asking for the test to be conducted. And it's kind of going to talk about that a little bit more. But I don't know if there's much more about this guy. They say that kind of going to talk about, we're going to examine it. In February of 77, Cochran wrote,
"You know why there isn't much more? Because he was murdered, Shawn."
No, Burns still alive.
Oh,
That's
he is?
why I always want to. Yeah, like he's in his 90s. Like these dudes that survive, like if it was something serious, don't you think he would have disappeared?
He said with air quotes.
In February of 77, Director Cochran wrote Howard Curtis, Executive Vice President of the Academy of Applied Sciences in Boston, which said had the relationship with Burns' Bigfoot group. The Academy had been the chief sponsor of a search for the Loch Ness Monster in Scotland. So, the Applied Sciences in Boston are all about trying to find these things in the 70s. Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot, apparently
Why Boston?
Yeti. I don't know. I mean, they hadn't won a World Series in forever back then, so they're like, we got to have something.
They're like, whatever, we're bored.
We've got this money.
Let's go find a Bigfoot. Colleges make way more money now than they did 30 years ago, so what the fuck are they looking for now? What are they doing with all this money, Shawn? We should show up and be like, we want to find a Bigfoot. We've got hair.
Yeah. You got long hair. Pull one of your hairs out.
Yeah. And then be like, this is totally Bigfoot.
What would you want to research? Like if you get a blank check and it's got like, you can't do like unicorns because that like there aren't like a lot of sightings of those, but it has to be something that's got some documentation on it. Would it be a Loch Ness Monster, a Bigfoot, a Yeti?
I would have to go. I would have to go with like some sort of undersea creature.
Not me. I like.
Well, I'm just saying. Like, I think that would be the easiest way to get money.
Yeah, probably because a lot of those things you could find something that's like, because
like
it is.
Giant squid was a myth until like what 2004.
Oh, before that, right? I thought they found a bunch of those.
No, I'm saying 90s. Like we didn't know that the giant squid existed until actually existed. There wasn't any sort of proof of one until like 2004.
Was it really that recently?
Yeah. We thought the giant squid was like a total myth.
Oh yeah, it was 2004.
Yeah. It's stuck in my head. Somebody said that. I heard that like a few days ago. That's why it's stuck in my head.
That was the first live one, but they had found dead ones, I think, right?
Oh, I see.
That'd be creepy. I thought like Loch Ness Monster would be interesting, but like I was swimming in the lake this 4th of July, and the whole time I'm thinking, you know what? Because we live where there aren't really much like creatures in the water that can hurt you.
Yeah.
Like the whole time I'm swimming, I'm like, what would happen if somebody released an alligator in here? Like, how long could it survive? Kind of freaked me out.
Well, they can eat. I mean, I'm sure they'd survive okay. Probably they'd be good up until winter, I would think.
Yeah, I'm not sure because the water's pretty cold comparatively. Still, like even like compared to like the Everglades and stuff. So I'm not sure how long they would survive.
I don't know
if the nights would slow it down quite a bit but ugh.
I don't want to find out.
No, me either.
Don't put me in Alligator Lake, Shawn.
Water scares me.
Anaconda.
I'm not a huge fan of water. Like water you can't see the bottom of because you're like, what's under there? But Richard, I don't know. What is your thoughts on this whole Bigfoot, Bick, Peter?
I mean, it didn't really seem like it went anywhere.
Well, I mean, do you really expect whenever they release stuff like the FBI, like it's really going to be like, oh,
yeah, I mean,
real.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you're true. This is true. I guess I just when it's like like official, when it's like an official investigation and the FBI is doing shit, like you would think you'd get like a tangible answer one way or the other. But as it stands, we didn't really get shit. Like the FBI didn't go, hey, there's no such thing as Bigfoot, you fucking morons. But they also, but they didn't say that.
I still go back to our theory. There's probably like an underground layer of Bigfoot, and there's like a truce between the U.S. government and Sasquatch.
That's true. That's what happened. The FBI got too close, and then somebody showed up, and he was like,
yeah,
there will be no more Bic in this bureau.
The lawyer Sasquatch is like, listen, we're going to go public with the fact that cigarettes cause cancer. Like, whoa, wait a second.
Yeah.
All right, what we're going to do, we're going to give you the Northwest.
You killed one of ours.
You get the Northwest.
You made him smoke until he died.
Yeah, you wanted to use him as a pawn to sell your cancer sticks.
Mm-hmm. That's totally what happened.
Tobacco was like, here's some money. And they went, formed their underground place, and that's where they live. You know what? I'd actually, if there was an underground Sasquatch where it was like kind of like better, like not better, but just like their own world, I'd almost want to live there and try it out.
You want to go live in Sasquatch world?
Yeah, that might be kind of interesting. Like, what if they're really peaceful and nice, not judgy?
I bet not. Because I would think that everybody looked kind of the same.
Oh, yeah, Richard? Maybe that's the problem with you. That wouldn't be offensive at all. You go down there, you're like, hey, Greg.
Bigfoots don't see color. That's all I'm saying.
My name's Mark. Oh, I'm sorry. You all look the same to me.
Ooh.
And then, Richard, guess what
that.
you can hear? You can hear a Bic pen hit the ground as they kick you out. But I mean, like you were saying, like the FBI isn't going to tell you, oh, hey, Bigfoot's real. But do you remember those Discovery Channel, like, oh, discovering Loch Ness Monster, oh, discovering Bigfoot? Be this huge, like, commercials out the wazoo about how the fact that they're going to, like, they found something. And you watch this documentary for an hour, and at the end, they're like, might be real, might not be real. Here's some fuzzy image we got. It's all bullshit.
All of it.
But, Richard, I wouldn't go in the ocean with you, but I would trek through the northwest of Oregon. So
I would too.
That'd be fun, actually.
We'll go look for Bigfoot. All we need to do is just find a rich guy to give us money.
Yeah. I think that's kind of the goal in life for anything. Honestly,
That's
if they want to
true.
give us money for whatever. He's like, hey, I got a movie idea. Oh, yeah? What's it called? Sasquatch Nails Nerd 3. Wait, there's already 2 of them? One I get. A sequel?
I'm going to need proof. You're going to have to send me those links.
All right, Richard. Well, as we're getting ready to set out on our Sasquatch adventure, do you have any Richard's closing thoughts?
Despite whatever was going on there, Bigfoot's totally real. I feel. And there's a whole city of them living underground. And there's an episode where we talked about it. The whole underground Bigfoot society. And you should listen to that too. Because this was a warning shot. This was us being like, hey, we're going to tell the world that you exist. And then the Bigfoots are like, oh yeah, motherfucker. And we're going to take your women. And then the FBI is like, whoa, never mind.
Yeah. We're going to tell you about what the cigarettes cause cancer and take your women.
Yep. That's everything that happened behind the scenes. So
not in that order.
You're welcome.
You're welcome,
America.
All right, let me do a little bit of housekeeping. Visit our website, we're languageofbromance.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at languageofbro. Email us at bros@languageofbromance.com. Like us on Facebook, and you can check out some of our LLB merchandise. We've got a TeePublic store just for us if you search for Language of Bromance. We got our Language of Bromance logo. We got the Violent Panda Productions logo. And if you love the Lucy 666 episodes, we got that logo up there as well. Put it on whatever you want, t-shirt, cup, smoothie? Not a smoothie. What's the can thing? Koozie. Put it on a koozie.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Or if you want to put it on a folder, so when you go out and do that Sasquatch research, they'll know right there that you mean business. And you can also check out our Patreon. I want to give a big shout out to Chris, who joined back on. So thank you, Chris. And remember, we are part of the Pod Bros Network,
which is the real Bic that is tracking Sasquatch.
Yeah, you said we need a rich man, and that's what I think. I think John's got that. We got to check with John.
That's
He's
a good
got
point.
that podcasting money.
Yeah. He needs to be our sugar daddy.
You know what? If we ask him at Bro Huddle at the end of the year if he wants a Sasquatch versus Nerd 3.
Yeah.
He's like, I've already got the first 2.
You want to watch a Sasquatch? You want to watch a Sasquatch fuck?
All right. Was there anything else?
I'm pretty sure this is just you in a costume, Richard.
Sasquatch would have a much bigger
Who's
dick.
the nerd? I'm the nerd.
Oh, God. All right. Was there anything else before I close her out?
Nope.
All right. Well, that's all the bromance we have for the show. I'm Shawn.
And I'm Richard.
And remember, don't be a why.
Be a why not.
And if your why not is interspecies erotica, check your local laws.
I miss my donkey.